Okay, so hello everyone. I hope that you can hear me. If you just can confirm that in the chat. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, so my name is Alexandre Fan. I'm in charge of the international office for the Cesi Engineering School that I'm going to present for the next 20 to 25 minutes, followed by question afterwards if you have some. So Cesi in a nutshell. So we were founded 64 years ago in 1958. By the time by 5 major industrial companies who wanted to train their own employees and engineers. Now we're an independent university with French higher education standards. In 2021, we hosted 26,000 students in our different programs and 37 degrees. And we now count almost 100,000 alumni in France and all around the world working as professionals, even retired for those studying at the early beginnings of Cesi. During the last decades, Cesi has built an international and domestic network with 130 universities around the world for student and staff mobility and research cooperation. And finally, 8,000 companies in France for internships, recruitment, and students' projects that are implemented in the programs. Concerning our labels, networks, and rankings, so we are accredited by the French CTI, so the French Engineering Title Commission, and are able to award engineering degrees recognized by the French government. We also labeled by the HCRS, so the Higher Education Research Council, to develop our research activities. Cesi is an active member of the Grandes Écoles Conference, the Conference of Deans of French Schools and Engineering, the CDFI, the CDIO, an educational framework gathering universities around the world for developing and implementing innovative ways of teaching engineering. So in the last 15 years, for example, we have developed programs that are entirely taught in problem and project-based learning. So we'll talk about that in a few slides. We also members of the N+E network for pathway programs for international students who don't speak French, and also Campus France, who is kindly welcoming us today for this webinar and online fair. And concerning our rankings in 2022, domestic ranking, so we were ranked by French medias in the top third of France's best engineering universities. Cesi has 4 majors, first one being industrial engineering, then computer science, construction and civil engineering, and finally embedded systems. We have 25 campuses in France, in almost every major city of the country, each one teaching 1 to 3 majors that you can see here on the map. I am myself in charge of the northeast region of France, and I'm based in the city of Nancy, not far from Germany and Luxembourg. So the French engineering teaching system is very specific, different from bachelor degrees and master's degrees in foreign universities. Here we have an undergraduate program of 2 years, followed by a postgraduate program in 3 years. So year 1 is very general to engineering, with the building of a strong multidisciplinary scientific culture and 3 projects to have a taster of the 3 main majors of Cesi. It's only in year 2 that you have to choose yours, and that you will keep until the end of your studies, until the end of year 5. So if you pass the Cesi undergraduate program, you will receive an automatic admission to the postgraduate program without any entrance examination. Okay, entrance examinations are for students who come from international university with a bachelor. Year 5 is dedicated to projects management, and 2 options that you'll have to choose according to your professional project and the type of position you want to apply for at the end of your studies. So examples of options are project manager, data scientist, cybersecurity consultant, entrepreneur, business unit manager, etc. So there are 30 options in total possible. Admissions for international students are possible from year 1 to year 4. And please note that construction and embedded systems in the postgraduate programs are only accessible if you've done your undergraduate program in France, because it's on a very specific status called vocational training. But don't worry, if you're interested in construction or embedded system, and if you don't meet this requirement, there are possibilities through foundation years with N+E or other Cesi specific programs. In total, we have more than 15 months of internship to get professional experience and to build a network during your studies. So during year 2, we'll have a 3 to 4 month internship. Year 3, same duration for a technical internship. Year 4, a 3 to 5 months international mobility. We'll talk about that at the end of this presentation. And year 5, the end of study engineering project of 6 months. And after graduation, of course, you'll have 3 choices, either to start your engineering career with your French engineering diploma, or continue your studies with a 1-year postgraduate master degree or a 3-year PhD, if you're interested in doing research. I'm going to present here the first year curriculum and then the content of the 3 main majors. So year 1 is called the core curriculum. It's common to all the different majors with general sciences, a lot, of course, of mathematics, physics, electronics, electricity and signal treatment, and mechanics. Then, as presented before, you have 3 projects of approximately 3 weeks linked to the main majors of the school. First one being computer science. We'll go through database programming and modeling. Then industrial engineering with functional analysis, production management, automation, continual improvement, and industrial performance. And to finish the year, we'll have a construction project with materials, resistance, plants, thermodynamics, and heat science. The content of each major between year 2 and year 5 is divided into core sciences, technical sciences, engineering tools, and humanities. Engineering sciences and humanities are very similar from one major to the other. It's really the core and technical sciences that differ the most between different specialties. Okay, the industrial engineering program is available in French or in English for the postgraduate program. In this major, you will need a broad scientific culture. So we are going to study many subjects, such as mathematics, statistics, mechanics, electricity, electromagnetism, thermodynamics, heat science, materials, chemistry, and so on. Okay. About the technical sciences, it's really, of course, industry oriented with automation, robotics, sensors, virtual and augmented reality, digital modeling, lean management, quality safety and environments, and also computer-assisted design. For the engineering tools, we'll have functional analysis, operations research, problem solving in the industry, in manufacturing, information technology, because you also need like basics of programming, and computer systems to work in the industry, even in construction. Project management, which is the main focus of this major, innovation and research. And finally, concerning humanities, because being an engineer is not being only, a strong scientist. It's also be good at communication, management, to know about finance, labor laws, sustainable development, English and French, and cross-cultural communication. So this is it for industrial engineering. Now we're moving to computer science, that is also available in French or in English for the postgraduate program. So sciences are more narrowed for computer science, with mathematics, algorithmic, statistics, and graph theory, among other things. It's the technical sciences that are much more specific, with programming, web front and back-end developments, modeling, big data or data mining, software developments, Internet of Things, security, operating systems, artificial intelligence, data processing, robotics and automation, cloud computing, and cryptography. Okay, engineering tools and humanities are similar to what I've presented the slide before. So next one, construction and civil engineering, that is only possible at the moment if you start in year 1 or year 2, as told previously, without any foundation year. So for the sciences, we'll go through mathematics, statistics, thermodynamics, heat science, physics, electricity, acoustics, and material resistance. And the technical sciences linked to the field of construction. We'll have building information modeling. If you don't know what it is just having a digital model of a building to calculate real-time data, like the occupation, the lighting, the heating, the ventilation of a building, and automate all of this. We have building stability, metal construction, soil mechanics, geotechnics, concrete formulation, construction preparation, budgeting construction, carbon footprints and impact studies, foundations, urban development, sustainable construction, and health and safety on the construction site. So this is it for the contents of year 1 and the different majors, year 2 to year 5. Now we are going to talk about something really important about our school, something you have to know before applying to Cesi. It's the problem and project-based learning. So if you come to study with us, please don't expect to attend lectures, to listen to teachers. This is really not the way that we teach engineering. So teaching here is entirely done through project and problem-based learning. Okay, we aim to replicate real professional environments. You're not working individually in a classroom, you're working as a group on a project. We'll have meeting rooms, open spaces that are here to help teamwork. You'll have to do corporate presentations, and you also have access to prototyping workshops. Projects are multidisciplinary, okay? So in the real professional world, you're not going to have a project on this very specific chapter of chemistry, okay? The project will require chemistry, will require marketing, will require physics, and requires some mathematical calculations too, all right? So projects require both hard science and soft humanities skills. They are based on scenarios that real companies had to solve, and the sciences studied are directly applied to the project. Okay, so this will help you. The knowledge you get to make sense, and also this will help you, understand it and mastering it better. So this is a quick example in a few lines. This project is called the Energin box. It's done in year 3, semester 5 of industrial engineering postgraduate program. So the scenario is the following. Your design office has to make like a 200 square meter container building You're going to work in teams of 4 to 6 students, and the project will last 3 weeks. During the first week, you're going to attend a course about mathematics and heat science. And the knowledge you get from this course will help you to calculate the heating system requirements of the building, right? Next step is to attend a workshop on applied electronics and instrumentation using Arduino cards. And at the end of each week, we'll ask you what's called a deliverable. The first one being a calculation validation that a teacher is going to check to tell you if you're on the right track, if you're good on the knowledge acquisition, and you're good to move on to the next week. Next week is dedicated to applied thermodynamics. You'll have courses, a conference that will help you after to work with your team to size a heat pump. If you don't know what a heat pump is, it's like an air conditioning but reversed, so producing heat instead of cool. And in week 3, we are going to work on electrochemistry and photovoltaics to size solar panels and battery for the stockage of the energy produced. Finally, we'll have a course on communication and marketing, because at the end of each project, you'll have to present with the group it in front of a jury on the scientific aspects, but also on being able to sell your solution and tell also teachers how it went during this project within your group. Workshops are accessible to students. We have machines and tools available, 3D printers, laser machines, virtual reality helmets, Arduino, Raspberry cards, computers and servers, sensors, drones, and connected objects. So these workshop rooms are available for Cesi projects. On the left hand side, you can see a model of the Energin Box project, and also for personal projects. Okay, if you want to access the lab for personal modeling or personal experimentation, you can also do it in your free time. On the right side, you have the Numeri Lab, so it's also a lab available for IT students. So this is it for the content of the programs and the way that we teach it. Now I'm going to move on to our research activity in one slide. So Cesi Lineact is the name of our research lab. And we have 2 main themes. The first one is learn and innovate, and it's really linked to human, social and management sciences. The second one is engineering and digital tools. So those 2 themes meet into 2 application fields. The first one is the factory of the future. We try to imagine manufacturing processes and factories in the next 20 years. It's called the Factory 4.0 that uses digital technology to allow real-time sharing of information between people, machines, and sensors. We also think about the new production technology with mobile and autonomous robots, cobots, so robots cooperating with humans, additive manufacturing, artificial intelligence, augmented and virtual reality. The second application field is the city of the future. So our researchers, they work on smart cities, digital innovation to optimize the use of resources and reduce the carbon footprint, in a city, and also the smart building, bioclimatic construction, home and building automation, and new energy storage technologies. About our international activities, so we have 130 partner universities all around the world for international students, staff, and researchers mobility. For students, we do have exchange semester possible in year 4 and year 5, dual degrees too, access to summer schools, and research internships in laboratories with researchers of partner universities. We also have many company partners for international internships. Cesi holds an Erasmus Plus project. So if you're interested in doing a semester or an internship in Europe, supported by the Erasmus grant, this is also possible. Requirements and tuition fees. So for the undergraduate program, the prerequisites are the following: to get a high school degree in science and technology, and to be B2 in French, B1 being acceptable if you like upper B1 level. Okay, tuition fee for the undergraduate program is 7,500 euros a year. And for the postgraduate program, we ask you to have a bachelor degree in the field of the selected major and a B2 in French or in English if you choose to do the computer science or the industrial engineering program in English. The tuition fee for the postgraduate program is 9,500 euros a year. Please know that we do have what would be similar to grant, but it's more like a reduction of the tuition fees. If we consider that studying your academic record, that you're among the best profiles, we can apply a 2,000 euros reduction to the tuition fees. Concerning the admission procedure, the requested documents are an academic record and the transcripts of the last 3 years, a CV and application letter, and the language certificate to prove of your language level, mastery of French or English. And concerning the procedure, the different steps, first of all, we are going to examine your academic records and reference letters if you have some. We're going to study your CV and project, and then we'll organize an admission interview online, admission interview that is between 45 minutes to 1 hour with a head of the program. And to finish with services we propose to international students, you have a contact with a dedicated advisor that will help you, from the beginning to get information about any program to the final admission and your arrival in the campus. We can organize online orientation meetings of about half an hour to see if our schools, is the best suited for your project. We help you find accommodation. We also have a buddy program. We put you in contact with real current students of our programs before your arrival to help you with any questions you might have concerning, I don't know, like administration or culture, finding an internship. And that will also help you settle in the city in your arrival. The buddy can come at the train station or at the airport to meet you and have you tour the city before the program starts. We also organize welcome weeks for international students and offer welcome packs with services such as health insurance, bank account, phone SIM cards, etc., etc. So thank you very much. Merci for your attention. So this is my contact if you have any questions that you want to ask after these webinars. Otherwise, I'll be available in the next minutes for your questions. On my mobile phone, you can either call or leave a message on WhatsApp. It's also fine. So yeah, thank you for your attention. And if you have any question, feel free. Okay, if you don't, and if some questions come to you afterwards, again, Mohammed, so do we need to do the class préparatoire to enter the school? So let me go back on my slide. So entrance to enter the school, it's possible to do it from year 1 to year 4. Okay, if you're a high school student, we suggest you, to start with the classe préparatoire because if you graduate from our classe préparatoire, you have direct access to our postgraduate program. But if you're already at university, depending on the year you're at and the year you pass, you can enter either in year 2 if you're currently in year 1 at university, in year 3 if you hold a bachelor degree, or in year 4 if you hold a master's degree, first year of master's degree. Okay, Thomas, may I know how long are your classe préparatoire? Classe préparatoire is what I call here the undergraduate program, so it's 2 years. 2 years, 4 semesters. So for those who speak French and want to have a deeper presentation of our programs in French, we're also organizing an online webinar on the 3rd of December. So we'll have 4 presentations. If you're interested in attending these webinars in December, again, don't hesitate to email me and I'll add you to the guest list. All right, so this is the end of our Cesi session. So enjoy the rest of the evening and the next webinars. And again, I remain available for you if you have any question about our school or engineering programs. Hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.